chocolatey brown cut crease cat eye, and I'm gonna add a few little jewel sparkles. They're optional, you don't have to add them. And of course, we're gonna talk about a couple things I want to talk about. We love a good open-ended conversation. If you like videos like these, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the makeup look. See you guys soon. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my eyes. I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 20 Sand. We always use that. So I'm going to grab this. I have 2 of them. And I'm just going to get started priming my eyelid. And then I'm going to blend out with the other end of my concealer brush. This is nice and fluffy to give us a nice, even, and pigmented base for our eyeshadows. I like to start from the outside and blend that up into my eyebrow concealer. And then all across the lid. You might have to stop, pause a little bit, let it set so that it doesn't become streaky, but you want this to just blend out to a nice flat base. And I like to blend it all the way to my nose and then back all the way to the end of my brow. Once everything is blended, I'm going to take my powder brush and I'm gonna set this with Maybelline Fit Me powder in the light medium shade. And I noticed that using my big fluffy powder brush instead of my small one, that's less likely to like crease or streak your makeup because it is a softer brush. So just be careful around your eyebrows and just set all that concealer down with a little bit of powder. I'm gonna go back to the other eye and repeat the same thing. Set with a little bit of powder. Making sure to press the powder in, especially right here in your inner corner, because I feel like that's where concealer for eyeshadow bases crease the most. And now we're gonna get started with our eyeshadow. Alright, you guys, we're gonna be using the Morphe 3503 palette. This is the Fierce by Nature palette. And I'm gonna take my Morphe blending brush. This is the R37. And I'm gonna take this nice warm color and use this as a transition shade, but I'm gonna bring it just a little bit above my transition area because this is a cut crease. So I'm gonna take this, make sure you tap off the excess, and start blending this shadow. And I'm just blending in a half moon shape from my inner corner to my outer corner. And once I build that color up how I like it, I'm just going to continue to blend back and forth, right across from brow bone to brow bone, inner brow bone, outer brow bone, inner brow bone, outer brow bone. Start on your other eye. And it's very important with your transition colors to use a very light hand. And I'm just gonna tap and blend this into my upper transition area. Keep blending, keep blending. And I always stop to just look. I take a look in my bigger mirror just to make sure that everything is even. And like I said, it's pigmented how I like it. Always blend. When in doubt, blend it out. Once this is nice and blended, I'm gonna go in and I'm going to take this like pencil shading brush. Once you have your little small pencil blending brush, you are going to go back in and I'm going to pick this chocolatey brown color in the opposite corner. I'm going to pick up a little of that and blend that into my crease and my actual transition area. I'm just going to stamp the color down first. And I'm not going to bring it all the way to my inner brow bone. I'm going to bring it about 3/4 of the way. And then I'm going to get started blending. And then I'm going to alternate between this brush and the brush that I previously used, that blending brush, just to make sure that everything is nice and seamless and it's nice and blended. But I'm going to knock off that extra eyeshadow that was on there from the transition shade, just to make sure that I'm not picking up any color or putting down any color. We're simply blending. So just wiping it on my little brush cleaner. Those actually come in handy really well. And I'm just going to go, after I place that brown, and start blending it with that transition color until there's no harsh lines and everything is nice and seamless. And add pigment where necessary. Once everything is blended on that eye, I'm going to repeat the same process on the other eye. Go into my brown color with my little pencil blending brush. Start from the outer corner and just blend like 3/4 of the way across your lid and your crease and your upper transition area. Once I got that blended out how I like, I'm going to go back in with that fluffy blending brush and just blend it out so that there are no harsh creases or lines. Always take a time to step back and look at your makeup. Place down a little bit more pigment where necessary. And always blend, blend, blend. All right, perfect. So now that we have our transition and our crease color, I'm gonna go in with a concealer brush, and I'm gonna take a little bit of my Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I'm gonna start to cut my crease. I'm gonna put a little on the back of my hands. You don't need much. And this concealer brush, it has an angled end. I like that because then you're able to get a nice sharp line. So I'm going to take a little bit of my concealer. Make sure my brush is evenly saturated on the back of my hand here. And I'm going to start from the inner corner. Always start above your crease. And I'm going to start to cut like that in a cat eye shape. And make sure you transition between looking down and looking forward, because again, your eye has creases to it. So you want to make sure that everything does not end up creasing or settling. Alright, I have my line cut. So now I'm gonna start lightly just going over my whole eye just to clean up some of the shadow that got below where I wanted to cut my crease, and to prime again lightly for our base color. See how that worked out? Nice, soft, pretty blend with a nice cut crease. It's important when you're cutting your crease to not add too much more concealer, because we already concealed and set our eyes. So I am going to then take a flat brush. Yep, this is a flat brush. Make sure there is no shadow on it. And then I'm gonna go Ooh, my complexion palette. So, but we're gonna go into this light color right here. It's like a cream color. I'm gonna take this and we're gonna pat this all across my eye. All right, perfect. Take my pencil brush if any of the shadow got to my cut crease. And I'm gonna take that flat brush one more time. Make sure everything is flat, pigmented, and applied to the eye. Alright, perfect. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna repeat on the other eye, of course. My concealer should be perfect. It's nice and warmed up on the back of my hand. I'm like trying to get ready for this because I always do one eye, set it with my my lighter colored eyeshadow color for the lid, and then I'm always like, I gotta make the other eye match. So alright, perfect. Make a little bit more concealer. Make sure your brush is nice and saturated and continue to go in a cat eye shape across your lid above your crease. Yep, that's perfectly blended. Be very careful with this. Cut creases are very, I don't want to say complex, but they take a lot of precision to just make sure everything is nice and seamless. All right, perfect. And now we're gonna take that same cream colored eyeshadow and pat this all across our lids. All right, perfect. So now I'm just gonna take my powder brush, make sure I don't have any fallout around here, and I'm going to take my chocolate brown liquid eyeliner. I'm gonna give myself a cat eye, of course. I always like to look like perfect. So we're gonna repeat on the other eye. This line, don't ever be afraid to go in with a little concealer and just sharpen up your eyeliner. This one, I just stamp a little bit of concealer where the line kind of want to stray, and then lightly just blend and smudge away the excess. And then we're gonna continue. Alright, once we have our cat eyes nice and filled in on both sides, I'm actually going to work into my face base. So we'll be back in 1 second. I gotta get my face brushes ready. And we're gonna add our diamonds and our eyelashes last. I like to do that last just to make sure that I don't wipe them away with my face makeup. And we're gonna get started with our open-ended conversation. So be back in a second, guys. Alright, you guys, I primed and prepped my face off camera. I'm using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation. I'm just gonna take my e.l.f. This is the ultimate blending brush, and I'm gonna blend this across my face. And I don't like to bring my foundation all the way up under my eyes because I don't want to have too much product from where I apply my concealer. The concealer does the work itself. So I'm just going to put this on my forehead, make sure I don't get it in my hair. Alright, and we're also going to get started with our open-ended conversation. Today, I want to just talk about how I stay and find and maintain balance. I feel like it's so important, especially in times like these, to just stay wholeheartedly 100% balanced, peaceful, calm, serene. Everything's been going good over here. We're good in that. But I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me concealer again, and I'm going to start to highlight as usual. The first way that I feel like you need to find and maintain balance, and it's so important, even if you aren't finding and maintaining balance, if you're already balanced, you ultimately 100% need to love yourself. I feel like that's so important for your life and just in general. You should always love yourself. Just to go off on a tangent, we're gonna go like boop, just to give our eyes a little bit of a lift. Boop. But I always take the time, of course, to go through my positive affirmations. I take the time to have self-care days away from content creation, anything like that, graphic design, even like day-to-day things, errands. I always make sure I take the time for myself to just do what I want to do. And it's also important to just understand that you are who you are. It's not healthy and it's not feasible, in my opinion, to just like shed away the layers of yourself, especially the parts that you love, to cater to any outside influence or anything like that. It's important to be yourself. I feel like I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Taking a beauty blender, a little bit of water, wet my beauty blender. But it's important because you have one life to live and you should live that life being happy. So what you want to do is just unadulteratedly, wholeheartedly be yourself. Even if that self is a little bit weird, she's a little bit, how can you say, a little bit avant-garde around the edges, just be yourself. That's the first step, in my opinion, to loving yourself and being happy with yourself. I accept all aspects of myself whether you would see it as a flaw, as a positive trait. All of those things make me myself. So that's what I do. That's the first step to maintaining balance. It's just being happy with you, being happy with yourself. I just want to let my concealer dry down a little bit, just go off on a little tangent. But you have to be able to also, like, in times of like turmoil, you might be a little stressed, or again, there's outside influences trying to stress you out or anything like that. You always have to learn how to rise above and again maintain that peace, balance, kind of just, you know, put your hater blockers on and just keep on going down your path straight to your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. Not everything requires a response. Just sometimes let it be water under the bridge, and you gotta keep going. It's important to just keep going and do the things that you love to do and continue on your self-improvement journey. Get better at the things that you love to do. Like, I've been taking the time to practice my makeup. I'm not a professional, but do I love makeup? I love makeup. So I always take the time, sometimes on my days where I'm not really doing any graphic design, content creation, or anything like that, I take the time, I'll sit in my room and I'll practice my makeup, because again, that's self-improvement towards my goals of becoming better at makeup till the point where it's like I can do a full face instead of it taking me about 45 minutes to an hour. I can do a look like this in maybe like 30 to 45 minutes. So again, but it's also not about being as fast as you possibly can do your makeup. You want it to be nice, poreless, flawless, creaseless, you know, all those things. But just rise above any of that outside noise, that outside static, anything meant to throw a wrench in your plans, anything meant to deter you from your goals and your dreams. Again, just let it be water under the bridge. Keep on going. You're doing amazing, sweetheart. You got this. But now that my concealer has dried down a little bit, I'm gonna start blending it out. And I did that little like lifting effects because again, through self-improvement, practicing my makeup, I like to do like the lifting technique with my foundation, my face base, because I have a little round face and I like to give myself a little bit more definition. So we're just doing blends, and I like to move from eye to eye, blend, and then set so that nothing creases. I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me powder in light medium to set my eyes, and I always go for that under eye crease first because that's the first place I'm bound to crease with my makeup. I am gonna bake, so I'm putting a little bit extra powder, especially where I think I'm gonna crease. Just bake the face, and then we're gonna get started blending out that other side. Once everything like that is blended out, again, set with your powder. Always go on the under eye first. Alright, make sure everything that we're baking is nice and set. Move on to my chin. And I don't like to talk while I'm doing my face base, just to make sure I don't set in any creases with my makeup. But we'll get back to our conversation in 1 second. Alright. And then lastly, our forehead. And letting your concealer dry down is going to be a creaseless blend, and it's also adding a little bit more pigment to your concealer to let it dry down. Alright, take my powder brush, set my forehead. It's important to relax your forehead so you don't set any lines into your forehead, or your forehead or around your eyebrows might naturally crease. Alright, perfect. So I always let my nose contour, always let that dry down way more than the rest of my concealer. But another important part of finding and maintaining balance is realizing that, again, outside influences, anything like that, or just like day-to-day life, because life is not always easy. You might run into some obstacles, some roadblocks and stuff like that. Don't give those things power to sway you off your path. Don't give those things power to, like, you know, knock you off kilter. Just take it as something that you are, how can I say, meant to go through, or something that, hey, it's meant to make you stronger. And just, again, keep on going. Part of the plan, part of what you set out to do accordingly. I'm going to take my Pure Cosmetics, is the 4-in-1 Skin Perfecting Powders. I'm going to take my contour, and I'm going to contour my face before I bronze. And I'm just going to bring my contour till about right here. I like to bring it to about right to the outer corner of my eye, and then I'm going to bronze on top of it. And then I like to bring it up right to the edge of where we lifted our concealer. But again, it's just about staying on your path, staying lighthearted on your path, staying optimistic on your path, and continuing to do the things that you love to do. Self-improvement through those things, and keep pushing until you reach that goal. I'm a firm believer in don't stop, don't quit, don't give up on anything until you achieve what you want to achieve. So now I'm just contouring across my forehead. This is also going to help blend out that forehead concealer. And again, just bring my bronzer up into my contour. Bring this up into the contour. gonna go on the sides of the apples of my chin and just blend around the edges and keep it up, and make sure that you're just pushing the product into your face. You're not wiping it into your face, because that could make the rest of your face look a little bit streaky. And now, once I have my contour done, I'm going to go into my bronzing. Oh, where is she? Oh, I see her. So I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Glow Kit. I'm going to take the bronze color, of course, and I'm going to use that to bronze my face. And moving on into the next topic is basically, how do you stay peaceful? How do you stay prayed up? How do you stay mindful? It's like, I've had to learn and practice just giving people grace and giving yourself grace as well. I am not perfect. You have to understand that other people in the world, they're not perfect as well. So no one's perfect, to be honest with you. So you have to learn that, especially those people who try to like knock you off your path, knock you off kilter, things like that. Or it doesn't even have to be people, it could be situations as well. Giving situations grace, learning when to turn the other cheek and just ignore any of that negative influence or that negative person or that negative place or that negative thing. You gotta learn to give those things grace, and again, stay direct, stay calm, and stay thorough, thoughtful, and succinct towards those goals. We always love self-improvement, and we love maintaining and achieving those goals. So just learn, part of me maintaining my peace is just giving people grace where it's due, and just saying, okay, you gonna do your little dancey dance, I'm gonna do my little dancey dance. We can agree to disagree and keep it pushing. But I'm gonna continue to bronze my face, and I'm gonna bring my bronzer, I bring it a little below where I contoured, but not too far. Probably, if you're looking forward, it's right aligned with the middle of your iris, of your eye. And then my chin. And usually after I bronze, I like to go in and I like to blend out my nose contour. Again, patting, dabbing the makeup into your face, not swiping, especially on your nose. I tend to get like a little bit oily on my nose, and that can make my makeup kind of slide around. Then again, Maybelline Fit Me powder. Perfect. Perfect. So then, new steps that I've added to my face base, I like to take my powder in medium deep, and again, this is gonna give a lifting effect to my makeup. I like to just set the powder right under my contour, and again, same thing as that concealer, just bring it up just like that. I like to put a little bit of this because I don't like my chin as highlighted, just on my chin. And then we're gonna start to knock off a little bit of the excess. We're gonna wipe away our baked powder under our eyes, just kind of blend everything out. Don't forget your forehead as well. And I don't know if you can notice, that gave me like a more lifted eye base. Perfect. Make sure I just blend that out with my bronzer. Don't forget your forehead. Make sure you blend your forehead with your bronzer. Wipe off that excess powder. Alright, and then I'm gonna go in and I'm going to contour my nose. I always use this brush. I just want to knock any excess product off. And the thing I like to do is take it this way, right down, and just not swipe, but just dab this product in. And it's gonna look a little dark at first, but we're gonna go back in and we're gonna blend it up. And I blend it all the way to the top where my eyebrow is, and then around under the ball of my nose, and then I repeat on the other side. All right, perfect. And then I'm going to knock off that powder brush, and then I usually like to go in with the same beauty blender I use for the rest of my concealer, and I'm just going to blend over where I placed that contour powder, and that's just gonna give everything a nice seamless blend for your nose contour. It's gonna blend out any harsh lines and make it look more natural. Don't forget under the tip of your nose. All right, that's perfect. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set my face. Yes, even with the powder under my contour, I'm going to blend that away after I set my face. But I just want to, you know what, I'll just use my hand. I wanted to cover my hair, but spray with a little Mario Badescu. That is the Aloe Orange Water and Sage, and we're just going to set our face. You want to just keep drying your face until you don't feel any spots that are wet, because you might smudge the rest of your makeup. But my face is already almost dry, and as you can notice, the rose water setting spray, that orange water setting spray, actually, it takes any like ashy or white cast off in your makeup if you applied a little bit too much powder. And it's also rehydrating your face after you applied your makeup, your base, everything like that. All right, I am feeling a little bit. Do I have a little bit? Okay, everything's dry. And then I'm going to go back in with my foundation brush. I'm actually going to just blend out any remnants under my cheek of that powder that I used to cut my cheek contour, and just kind of slightly go over the line just to blend it out, just to make everything nice and soft. Everything nice and blended. All right, perfect. So now that I have everything with my face space together, we're gonna get into blush, contour, lips, adding our sparkles and stuff like that. We'll be right back. All right, you guys, we're back. I'm gonna take these little rhinestones. I use them for my makeup, I use them for my nails. They're good for everything. I am going to take this third one. They're like smallish, medium size. I'm gonna open this up, and I'm going to apply some of these little rhinestones, like right on that cut crease. So I'm gonna set these down so I don't spill them. And I have a little bit of my clear duo glue on the back of my hand. Got some tweezers. I'm gonna pick one up. Sometimes they're a little hard to pick up, but just be patient and keep a steady hands. All right. Pick one up. I'm going to dab the back ends of it into some glue, and I'm going to apply one right here at the inner corner. I'm going to take another one, apply one to, oh, sometimes a little bit of that excess glue might get stuck to your tweezers. All you gotta do is just remove that extra glue, just wipe it off, and then just repeat that step. I think, yep, I already have a little bit of glue right there. That's perfect. So I can just place that rhinestone. And I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna align with, again, the middle part of my eye. And I'm going to take a little glue. Apply that, and yeah, I'm liking how 3 looks. And if there's any glue that's like, if you can see around the edge of that, it'll dry because it's clear eyelash glue. I think I might want to add a couple small ones in between, so I'm gonna go into the number 2 side. These ones are actually very small, and I'm going to apply 2, one here, one here. Dip it a little bit of glue. I may have to wipe off the excess just a little bit. All right, perfect. Yep, I like that. And then do the same, but in that outer second quadrant with your next rhinestone. All right, perfect. We love to add a little bit of sparkle to the eyes, and then once I do my bottom eyeshadow makeup, I'm probably gonna add one right here in my middle inner corner, right in the lower middle right here of my inner corner. But one of the things I want to talk about while I get this last eye ready, well, this first eye ready actually, first mascara, but it's also important to stay prayed up. I pray every night. I pray every morning. I pray about the people that I care about. I pray about the people who support me. And I pray over my goals. I pray over my aspirations. Just everything that I'm thoughtful of, everything that I care about, everyone that I care about. And just be sure to do that, again, every night, every morning, as frequently as you think you need to. It's never enough prayer. And I just ask for guidance, spiritual guidance, protection, physically, spiritually, emotionally, all of those things. Again, over everything that I care about, everyone that I care about, everyone who supports me, everybody, and everything. Because I just feel like that is so important. And that is the important part of keeping yourself balanced, keeping yourself aligned, keeping yourself peaceful, keeping yourself protected, all of those things. So I've applied a nice healthy coat of mascara to this eye, and then I'm going to take my lash. I'm using a half lash. It's cat eye, of course. And I'm going to apply glue and apply this to the outer corner of my eye. Whew. Let this dry down just a little bit. Once I feel like the glue starts to dry a little bit and it's starting to get clear around the edges, I know that's the perfect point to put the eyelashes on. I'm just going to gently place just a little excess eyelash glue from where I pasted my rhinestones. Gonna take that off. And once I apply that lash, I'm just gonna make sure that I press it down. And make sure that it's nice and leveled with my lash line. Then I'm just gonna go in, because it's dry, apply a little bit more mascara just to make sure that everything is lined up and everything is thoroughly defined. Perfect. So again, hold on one second, I dropped my eyelash glue. Put that back. I'm going to go back in with my tweezers. I'm gonna make sure that we just press that down into my eyelash. Perfect. Pretty. And I'm going to go back in with my liquid brown eyeliner. I like to add this after my face base is done, of course. And I'm gonna add that little flick in the middle of my eye, or at the end of my eye, just to give that cat eye look. And all I do is I just align the tip of the eyeliner with the top of my eye and just bring it down out a little bit more. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take that same pencil blending brush, grab my 3503 palette again. We're gonna get working on our bottom eyeshadow. We always do bottom eyeshadow. I'm going to take that chocolate brown color right here, and I'm going to blend this over the 2/3 at the bottom. Perfect. And apply a little bit of mascara just to make those bottom eyelashes pop. once that's all done and that's all set, I'm gonna go back in with my black gel eyeliner, and I'm just gonna tightline my bottom eyelid. I'm gonna go right to the ends of where my lashes start, just to make them look a little bit more defined and thicker. Make everything nice and cohesive. All right, perfect. And then I'm gonna get one more rhinestone. I'm gonna take the 3 size, which is like a small medium size. I'm gonna dip that in glue, and I'm going to apply that to the inner corner, and it's aligned directly with that first one right there. And that's how we finish that first time. We're gonna go and we're gonna do the same thing on this side. All right, you guys, I repeated the same steps on the other eye. Everything is cute, everything is put together, cohesive. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start blushing my face, doing my highlight, wrapping up the makeup look. I'm gonna take my Pure Cosmetics, my 4-in-1 skin perfecting powders. I'm gonna take this blush, and what I'm gonna do, make sure you tap off the excess. Apply your blush again for that face lifting technique right up here, going into your temple, and blend it. And just apply a little bit of my blush all down. I'm gonna put a little on my nose just for a little bit of color, but that's gonna continue that nice face lifting technique. And I'll bring it down right to about here, right to that outer corner of my eye look. And then I'm going to take my highlighter brush. Let me find one. All right, we're gonna take our highlighter brush. This, again, I'm gonna use the golden color right here in my Pure palette, and I'm just gonna apply this right here on the upper apples of my cheeks. Perfect. And one of the last things I want to talk about is, like, always be thankful and be grateful for everything that you have and everything that you wish to become. I always give thanks, again, give thanks to God. You pray. You're also thankful for the steps that you take. Give yourself grace, give yourself a couple good jobs. Like, make sure that you're always grateful for everything, every aspect of life. Even if it's a bad day, it's a good day in between. Just be grateful, be thankful, be happy, be thorough, be thoughtful. Right about the brow bone just a little bit. Just like me. Always be thankful and be grateful for everything, every aspect of everything, person, place, thing. Be grateful, be thankful. So close my thingies up. We are done with our face base, our eyeshadow look. For my lips, I'm going to go in with my Nika K. This is my lip liner. Is in the color light brown, and I'm gonna line my lips. I already have little chapstick on. Make sure that you keep your lips hydrated. line my lips. And then I'm going to take the NYX Butter Gloss. This is in the color Caramel. Oh. And I'm going to apply. This is a nice warm brown chocolatey gloss. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of this peachy sparkly nude gloss right on top. And this one's from Dollar Tree, just to give it a little sparkle. All right, you guys, that's the look. We're gonna wrap everything up while I unwrap my hair. Make sure I always keep a couple of hand towels just to wipe my hands. Make sure that there's no makeup on my hands before I touch my hair. We don't want to add any makeup to our hair. And again, just to wrap up the things that I've been talking about today, it is so important to find and maintain balance, whether it's a good day. Ooh, we love a good heatless curl. But it's good to find and maintain balance, whether it's a good day, an in-between day, what you would define as a bad day. It is just so important to maintain and find peace and balance in those days throughout your life. It's important to love yourself. Take time for those positive affirmations. Take the time to just be thorough and thoughtful with yourself. Have your me time days, and just realize that you have to always be able to rise above any outside negative influence, any outside noise, anything that might be negative trying to deter you from your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, whether it's a day-to-day, week-to-week, lifetime goals, anything that's meant to knock any of those wonderful positive affirmations you've done for yourself. You have to realize that you just have to give people grace where it's due. Learn to turn the other cheek. Let them do their little dancey dance and you do your little dancey dance. That's one of the most important things about life. Not everything requires a response. Not everything requires a big, a big to-do. And it is also about aligning yourself positively with your goals, practicing self-improvement. I'm big on self-improvement, bettering yourself, making sure that you stay aligned 100% with your goals. Self-improvement is the best improvement. And lastly, prayer is always necessary. I'm always going to tell you to pray as many times to whoever you believe in, as many times as possible, as many times as you feel necessary in the day. That's going to keep your goals, keep your life, keep everything and everyone that you care about aligned with the up above, and just bring positive, peaceful energy into your life. You always want to just be happy. I mean, life never promised to be perfect, but what you can do for yourself, because again, I'm a firm believer, I've always said it, we only have one life to live. You should be able to live that life happy, doing the things that you want, taking care of, loving, and giving thanks to the people that support you, the people that you care about, and yourself. Let that be the guiding light of your life. And again, you guys, that's the look. This is a nice warm brown cat eye diamond sparkly look. I'd say this is like a special occasion look, but I mean, I like to do a little razzle dazzle from time to time. This is gonna be my makeup for just like going out. I think I may go to Dollar Tree, but still, we looking like a baddie doing it. So again, just stay peaceful, stay positive, stay bright, stay graceful, give grace where it's due, pray, and just keep on working towards your goals. Self-improvement is the best improvement. So again, my name is Maya Marie. If you like videos like these, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be back again next week. My regular schedule is between Wednesday and Saturday for filming. Sometimes I might throw a little vlog in there. Sometimes it's just to get ready with me. So whatever I feel like doing that week. But you're always going to get a get ready with me between Wednesday and Saturday. So again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is my warm chocolatey brown cut crease cat eye. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Do 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 do.